Alrighty, welcome back. Thank you for joining me again today. In the in-between times, I decided to look up radiation and exactly how it all works, so I understand it better than I did before. So I know that radiation isn't really a big deal until you see it, say, radiated here. And even then, it seems like it's more like a helpful suggestion that maybe you should be aware of your radiation levels. But I read that if the radiation gets bad enough, it will start dropping your special skills. And if they reach 0, you die. I'm not sure if you will recover those special stats, or if that's like a permanent, they're gone for good now. Which would make me very nervous about letting radiation get that out of hand. They don't hit very hard, but when they keep knocking you off your feet like that, yeah, just that loss in action points is probably the worst of it. And they've only managed to do about 5 damage total. Critical hit for 2. So yeah. They aren't much of a concern. It's just kind of like the Geckos. They have a really good chance to knock you off your feet. So this says keep out. And naturally, nothing screams come in to me more than a sign that says keep out. Oh my. I wonder why it said keep out. That one walked right up to us and didn't notice us at all. It was that one, I think, or that one. One of them absolutely noticed us. We don't have terribly large amounts of hunting rifle ammo. I don't want to waste too much of it on these critters. I don't have a whole lot of shotgun shells either. Oh, moly. Well, maybe we shouldn't have come in here. Yeah, let's just get out of here. You know what? I'm gonna scum it. I don't wanna have wasted the ammo, really. That's basically all we did there. Got hurt and wasted ammo. Maybe from now on, I'll start heeding signs that say, keep out. Radiation warning sign. Oh, that's why it said keep out. They weren't even that concerned about the mole rats. Alright, now we made our way into Gecko. So let's put the guns away. At least one. Don't need to look too crazy. Hello, sir. Stay away from Vault City. Those guys are assholes. I mean, yeah. I am pretty inclined to agree with you. So let's chat with Harold.
Hello there, smooth skin. The name's Harold. I help keep this town running.
Oh, let's see, what exactly do we want to ask him? Yeah, how about
Garden of Eden creation kit? A Gecko, right? I seem to remember Vaults had those. Don't know where you'd find one today.
Bummer.
What you need, youngster?
Were you aware there's a tree?
Jealous? His name's Herbert. I talk to him when I get lonely. Just kidding. His name's Bob. What you need, youngster?
So how did he end up growing into a full tree? How did that happen? It's been so long since I played the third one that I don't remember what he had said. Oh, I should try to get that right again too. What do you do here?
Whatever it takes to keep this place together. Better job on it than me.
Hey, you don't sound so great.
Yep, but I'm doing great for being dead. I never get tired of the looks when I tell that one.
Right. So the place is falling apart.
Sorta. Our atomic reactors are mind sensitive. The people I got running it mean well, but well, they are not the sharpest tools in the shed, if you know what I mean.
What exactly do you mean?
Need a little time on the whetstone yourself, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, they are not too bright. Here's an example. The other day, I get a report. On it, it says the main coolant valve should be shut down. That would have caused a meltdown. That would make the Grand Canyon look like a pig wallah.
I mean, I might not be the brightest tool in the shed either, with the whetstone thing, but, you know, I don't think shutting off a coolant valve is a great idea.
Oh yeah, that would be bad. Now, I got things fixed up in time, but we came close to the end there. Whew. They need someone to watch out for them.
Well, good thing they've got you here to help.
Who'd have thought I'd be making things right?
Yeah.
Oh, if we don't get a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator pretty damn quick, there is gonna be trouble.
I was nowhere. I didn't even ballpark it. Hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator. What the hell is that?
Well, technically, it's a thingy.
Oh, what is it officially?
Without a functional hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, we are leaking radioactive coolant into the groundwater. Now that means anyone using that water is not going to need a nightlight to take a midnight piss. Also, we need more fuel because our power plant is not burning it very efficiently.
Don't drink the well water. What do they use for fuel? Who do you buy your fuel from?
We get our fuel from the Broken Hills. That's a mining community some ways south.
What do they mine? Does it burn coal, or are they mining, like, some kind of radioactive materials? And where would you get the
I'm
thingy?
certain those ornery bastards in Vault City have one. Not that they'd share. Hell, even if we had one of those thingies, I'm not so certain Festus could install the dang thing.
Even if it means their own groundwater won't be polluted anymore, they won't give you the part?
Well, they'd only help us if they thought it was in their own best interest to do so. Not much chance of that happening.
Alright, I'm starting to put some puzzle pieces together here. You may be right. Still, someone could convince them
They
that they can
shoot
help you.
ghouls on sight. Makes conversation a bit tricky.
Maybe someone that doesn't look like a ghoul. Maybe someone else.
We need a hydroelectric magnetosphere regulator, and it needs to be installed soon, or we have got some real problems.
I'm assuming the whole Grand Canyon sky high.
If we don't get it, you can bet those boneheads from Vault City will shut down our power plant permanently.
What will you do then?
Dirt naps. Vault
Yeah.
City doesn't play nice. They'll just come up here and kill all of us if we don't get that part. Well,
Yeah, they'll definitely tuck him
we
in.
still have a tree for a monument.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at least you got that to look forward to. I suppose. Hydro, magnetosphere, regulator. Alright, I'm gonna ask you about something else, bud. Do you trade? He does trade. Nothing at all. Okay. Just looking for donations or something? Alright, well, thank you for your time, Harold. Name's Lenny. How can I help you? You ever heard of a Garden of Eden creation kit? I heard the Vault City had one of those. That's the only one I've ever heard of, though. Here, 80. We are kind of wounded, aren't we? Do we want to do healing stuff? Ancestor Vault Alert said that Vault 13 owes us one. I need to find it. Do you have any idea about Vault 13? Well, I didn't actually meet the Vault Dweller, but I saw him once. Well, you actually saw them? Where? It was a long time ago, in a place called Necropolis. A lot of us ghouls lived there. One day I saw someone running through the city. Running? Yes, running. You see, we ghouls can't run too much anymore, so I knew it was an outsider when I saw them. They ran by so close I could have touched them. I wish that I had joined the Vault Dweller. You wanted to join my grandsire? Yes, I had the chance of a lifetime and I blew it. What do you mean? Later I heard that the Vault Dweller had fixed our water system. The Vault Dweller saved us, all of us. Do you understand? It didn't matter that we were ghouls. For once, it didn't matter. We were people again, worth saving. My ancestor was the founder of our tribe. That memory is revered amongst my people. Later, I heard that the Vault Dweller destroyed the source of the mutant army. The Vault Dweller saved us all, human and ghoul alike. I could have been a part of that, but I lacked the courage. I've never forgiven myself. I don't want to have this guy come with me because if we go to Vault City with him, it's going to be a huge thing. It is just going to be a big problem. I would kind of like to keep him in mind though, so I don't want to be rude. I don't want to just like totally shoot him down and call him a coward or whatever. But I don't want him to come with me right now. I've got room enough to bring Cassidy, and I would rather have Cassidy, but if something happens and Vic dies, it would be nice to be able to come back here and have him come with us. I wonder if I can just like part ways with him after and he stays here happy until it's time. Let's try that route. Alright, we're gonna say that I'm following in my ancestors' footsteps. Would you like another chance? Will you join me? I'm happier than a bull Brahmin in a pasture full of cows. I'd be honored to join you. I may be old and I can't move too darn fast, leastways not for too long, but I can sure patch you up when you need it. Oh, and he's a doctor too, that would be... I'm glad that you can join me. I'm sure that your healing skills will come in handy. Oh, yeah, I bet. Ah, man. And he's a doctor, too. I tell him to wait here until I come back? No. I don't think that's quite worked the way I wanted it to. Alright, give me one moment. Alright, so we're not gonna take quite that line of conversation, but we will... I guess maybe we don't want to ask him about anything like that and get to trigger things too far. But that's cool to know. So if something does happen to Vic, we can pick this guy up instead. It would probably be better to have a doctor than a shabby mechanic. Right, let's take a gun off and not be waving a rifle around at people. Okay, so we have a couple of things we can do around here, and I think this place... I think this guy had a quest for us. Percy? Yeah, hello there, Percy Crump here, master merchant in this locality. But you can just call me plain old Percy. Yes, you can. Heck, everybody does. Now, what can I do you for? Just wondering what's going on here in town. Not a whole lot new here in town. I hear Woo's rooked some newbie out of a black orchid the other day. Anyhows, other than that, my friend Woody's done gone missing. Alright, well tell me more about that. You see, I had a friend named Woody. That Woody, he can sleep like nobody I ever did see. What's worse, he likes to travel. Really likes to kick up the dust, that one does. Okay. Well, it ain't so much of a problem around here, that is. The last I heard, Woody was going to take a stroll over to the den. You know where the den is? Yeah, I sure do. Go on. Well, anyhows, like I've been saying, that ain't so much of a problem around Gecko. But you see, people in other parts ain't so used to the way we look. Yeah? Can't you put two and two together? I'm worried that Woody might have taken himself a nap in the den. It's a long trip, after all. And then they would have buried the poor cuz alive. I need someone to go look for him there. And... well, I miss him. That's why. Percy blinks moistly at you. Oh, I see. You want to know what's in it for you. This is usually the part where I get a little more interested. Tell on. Well, I know where I can get a hold of a heck of a lot of pre-war stock of genuine Rad-X and Radaway. Don't do me no good no-how, but I figure that ought to be worth something to a smoothie like you. You're gonna take the job for me or not? I'll only pay you if I know Woody's safe. Sure. I'll do that. I'll get back to you soon. Alright. Yeah, we'll go back to the den at some point in time. Rescue Woody. There it is. And Skeeter. Hello there, I'm Skeeter. I sort of put things together here. Okay. Do you have a battery that I could use to fix a car? Well, funny you should ask that. You see, cars use replaceable fuel cells, or batteries, for fuel. What usually broke down was the fuel cell controller. Most amateur mechanics just assume that it's the battery itself. But you know what assuming things does, don't you? So does that mean that you have a fuel cell controller? Yep, I sure do. I got it right here. Just waiting for a car to be put into. You got a car? I've got a pretty good idea where one is. What's it gonna cost me to get that? Well, money's nice, but I need something else right now. Something I can't get for myself. And what's that you need? These days, good tools is harder to get than parts is. I need myself a brand new super tool kit. Snap something's brand's best. A new toolkit? Where can I get that? I reckon that the best place to go and get that would be down in Vault City somewheres. They got all kinds of tools. But they sure as heck wouldn't give them to a ghoul. No how. Okay, so you want me to bring you a super toolkit, and then you'll give me the car part? Exactly. That's the deal. One super toolkit for one fuel cell controller. Alright, that seems like a pretty fair deal to me, I guess. Let me ask you about something else. You ever heard of something called a Garden of Eden creation kit? Oh, you're looking for a Gecko, huh? Well, I don't rightly know where you might find one of those thar things. I know that Vault City probably used to have one themselves. The Vault City had one? Well, they sure did. That's how come they're so darn well off. It sure ain't because they know what to do. It's because the Gecko done started up their crops and got their own town running when they came out of their vault. Alright, so who would have an unused Gecko? Well, let me see now. As I recollect, most vaults were supposed to have themselves a Gecko. You might try looking for another vault somewheres. Yeah, thanks for the advice. Let me ask you about something else. What do you need? What do you do around here? Mostly I just sort of tinker with things. You know, take them apart and try to put them all back together. Mostly. I make them work better. Sometimes. Keeping myself out of trouble. You know what I mean? Yeah, I guess I do. Let me ask you about something else. I have some things I want you to take a look at. What do you want me to look at? I got a bolt-on accessory to this long arm. Skeeter studies your long arm and nods slowly. I can put a nice all-weather scope on that hunting rifle for $2,000. That sounds really nice, but that's a little too rich for my blood. I'll come back when I get some more money. I remember I had a revolver in my inventory one of the times I spoke to him before, and he offered a speed loader. I'm assuming that would make it so reloading it only costs 1 AP instead of the 2? I don't know how worth it that would be. I don't know how much of an impact a scope makes either. I don't know if I spoke to this guy here any. Hello there. You're probably here to see Skeeter. I don't really take care of the technical stuff. I'm just here to help out. Okay. Can I ask you a couple questions? Well, what do you want to know? What do you do here? You guard the Brahmin or help Skeeter in his workshop? Okay, let me ask you about something else. Oh, aren't you the curious one? Okay, what do you want to know? Anything strange going on around here? I mostly just stick to my business, but sometimes I think I hear things late at night. Hear things? Like what? Well, I'm not sure, mind you, but I think I've heard people at least. At least I thought it was people. Coming and going from the reactor pit late at night. People? Every night? Well, I don't know if they were people or what, but usually it's just every couple of nights. Noises coming and going from the reactor pit. I don't know what's going on. I don't want to know either. I guess I can't really blame you. I'm telling what might be down there. What's all that junk out there? Well, some of this junk is left over from when they were building the reactor, way before the war. The rest of this stuff, I just don't know. Skeeter collects all kinds of stuff. Well, I guess that's all I need to know about. Thanks. You have a good one. Appreciate your time. So, do you think they're gonna care if I check out what he's got in here? Think he has anything useful hanging out in here? Lockpicks. Lockpicks? Includes all the necessary picks and tension wrenches to open conventional pin and tumbler locks. Does that just like give me way better chances at picking locks? Less likely to jam? It said you can't pick up that item, you're at your maximum weight. Wait. Is there something on the floor that I'm just not seeing, or? Dean's Electronics. A study on the field of electronics. A note on the cover says that it is the budding young electrician. That it is for the budding young electrician and everyone. Alrighty. Does that like... Is that a... No, that's repair, isn't it? Alright. Yeah, this one doesn't have any useful parts on it. Nothing else here that looks too useful. Alrighty, so now we have a couple of purposes for going to the den. I don't think I've been into this building at all before. Who are you? Hello there, my name's Gordon. Gordon of Gecko. Hello Gordon, I'm Liam. What do you do here? I look for opportunities. Opportunities like what? I look for ways of maximizing my potential worth. That sounds like greed to me. I am greedy, but most people misunderstand greed. Greed is a powerful driving force. Throughout history, mankind's greatest achievements were driven by men that wanted to better their positions. Driven by greed. Greed, for lack of a better word, is good. Yeah, I guess you're not entirely wrong. It does lead to good things sometimes. Eventually. I'll take your word for that, I suppose, Gordon. What does greed have to do with Gecko? Well, so far not much. But in greed lies Gecko's salvation. I have important information about the survival of Gecko, but I can't get anyone to listen to me. What kind of information? Well, I've calculated that if our reactor was running properly, we could generate an enormous amount of excess power, far more than Gecko needs. I bet. Yeah, and? I've also found out from a very reliable source that Vault City cannot expand without additional power. Who's your very reliable source? One night, I heard a voice calling to me from the reactor pit over there. A voice out of the shadows. I didn't know what to think of it at first, but what the voice said sure made a lot of sense. Its figures all check out, too. I don't know who or what the voice is, but the facts all tally up, just like it said. And what did the voice say? Vault City, you see, has enough power for their current needs, as long as they're careful. But the Vault power plant that they use was never designed for the increased load their city is putting on it. It's at peak capacity right now. Without more power, they can't expand. I don't see how that helps you any, though. Well, if our power plant's working better, we could trade our excess power and technical expertise to Vault City in exchange for medical technology. And without more power, Vault City will burn out the reactor within about 15 years. If Gecko's reactor isn't repaired, we won't last half a century. Well, yeah, we won't last half that time. Without medical technology, all of us ghouls are going to die off in the next 20 years anyway. Everyone loses if Vault City and Gecko don't cooperate. So you're just a good Samaritan, huh? No, I don't really buy that. Well, not at all. I've got my end covered. I'd be the natural choice to administer this project. Greed is my driving force. But thousands of lives are saved by it. Greed is good. At least it would be if I could get anyone in Vault City to read my economic data. I might be able to show the data to someone in Vault City. Well, I have all of the relevant economic data on a disk. You may have it if you promise to show the data to someone in Vault City that can understand and make use of the data it contains. But be discreet with it. Not everyone there will be happy you talk to us ghouls. Alright, I'll take the disk. I'm sure that I can put it into the right hands. I hope. We're gonna find out, I guess, huh? So I think we're gonna go to. You're overloaded. Oh.
What you be need?
I be needing you to carry much stuff. I have so much stuff. Alright, these weigh like 20 pounds. Yeah. That's ridiculous. We can carry that journal too. I don't think we need a diary anymore, but I have a serious problem. Same with all these things. Alright, that should help. I think the disc is only like 1 pound. Straw that broke the camel's back. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna go down to Vault City and we will pick up Cassidy and see about putting this disc into the right hands. Hopefully. See if we can get some tools for the car, the super duper snap something's best for Skeeter. And then after we do that, we give that to him. Then he gives us the quest so that we can get a free upgrade on the weapon instead of spending $2,000 for that scope. We should be able to just get it for free. So I think we're going to break it off here for this episode, and then in the next episode, we're going to carry on down to Vault City and do the things that I just said that we talked about that sound really nice and fun. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you in the next one.